on you when I see you. I'm gonna wrap you up inside my life. You got the best of me, but I'll give it to you. I know what you want, you know I got it. Them chickens is action on lotion. Baby, come and get it, let me give you what you need.
Hello, babes. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the iconic Miss Diva Extraordinaire, Mariah Carey, and her iconic fashion in the 90s and 2000s. So let's get into it. Mariah Carey is one of the most iconic legends in the industry who has opened the doors and paved the way for most of the singers we see in the industry today. But I want to talk about the iconic style of Miss Mariah Carey. Mariah is the epitome of beauty, femininity, and class. She always had this elegance and poise to her that wasn't forced or faked, but something she just naturally possessed. So when she would step out, she always made the clothing she was wearing look incredible, from red carpets, video shoots, and just out and about paparazzi shots. Mariah embodied the superstar persona and kept on a good pair of stilettos while doing so. I loved how she always remained so hyper feminine, even when people believed she was being extra. She could care less as to what people thought about her.
I'm not as casual as most people, but I guess I could be.
So let's talk about our introduction to Miss Mariah. In 1990, the public would be introduced to the legendary Mariah Carey. Her style was simple and classic. She wore her beautiful curly blonde locks. Of course, she had a voice that was one of a kind and out of this world, and a 5-octave range. But Mariah also had the it girl persona that helped to push her to become not just a musical icon, but a fashion icon as well. In the 90s, the grunge dark style was pushed to the forefront. Many women were embracing a darker style of fashion, as well as the baggy tomboy look. Mariah, however, was the complete opposite and embraced her hyperfemininity like we see in movies like Clueless, Jawbreaker, Romeo and Michelle, and shows like The Nanny that would bring about a resurgence of hyperfemininity in fashion. However, those shows and movies would come a few years later, and most women were embracing the grunge or more relaxed look. So Mariah stood out from the crowd as the icon that she is. Her wardrobe consisted of mini dresses and skirts majority of the time, and still had the flair of the 80s with the big hair and vibrant colors. And you know it's not Mariah if she isn't in a good pair of high heels. Vision of Love encapsulated the stage of this era of Mariah's fashion perfectly, and how she kept her looks of subtle makeup and simple yet tantalizing looks. Mariah was in the stage of us getting to know her as an artist, and I believe she was more introverted and shy during this era of her self-titled album and Emotions album. Although confident, she was a bit more reserved. Mariah had gotten married to Tommy Mottola, who I believe had a hand in controlling every aspect of her, not only in the music but her image. She was 24 and Mottola was 43, and the power dynamics were completely off, and I believe he treated her more like a product than his wife and equal. Those issues would come to surface when recording her Daydream album, as Mariah wanted to try new things. So when she was finally free from the reins of him, we got the iconic Diva Butterfly, one of her signatures, which to me was the perfect title, as she was breaking free from the cocoon and pushed her into the R&B hip-hop market. Like most women, when they're free from the person that was holding them back, they're finally able to get back to themselves and develop an immense self-love, confidence, and are new. They're glowing from within, the hair and wardrobe changes, and they begin to put themselves first again.
I was living for the moment, okay? I was living for the butterfly moment. You can tell that I'm actually happy. It was a new moment. It was freedom. It was not being controlled by anybody.
Mariah's fashion was still feminine and classy, but She had started making bold choices while still being the class act that she was. She was full-on glam Mariah and embraced the diva side of herself. She was unapologetically feminine, and her looks still hold up today. Mariah was unstoppable. She wore some of the most show-stopping looks on the red carpet, with slits, without looking like a try-hard, but just naturally alluring. Her bangs got longer and were swooped. Her hair was voluminous. She started wearing more colors, rhinestones and sequins, bodycon dresses that were synonymous with the 90s. Mariah developed close relationships with designers like Donatella Versace. She was a showstopper whenever she hit the red carpet. Her iconic Honey video, the copper bandeau top and mini skirt in the Honey remix video, and the entire original Honey video. The wardrobe was so timeless. She was serving us 90s classic supermodel looks, especially with the all-white milk look. I love that look when she's on the beach, as well as the dance break scene with the sailor skirt and the bow-tied bralette. This scene is just one of my favorite scenes in this video. It's so simple yet so Mariah. I used to be in awe of this video and Heartbreaker anytime it came on, not only because of Mariah's wardrobe, hair, and makeup, but how her airy tone voice she used on both songs sounded so good, and the way she would seamlessly sing different notes and layer her background vocals, and how the videos just always tied in perfectly with the songs.
This is me on the beach in Puerto Rico, and it was the first time I got to do a video that I really wanted to do and had fun and, you know, just got to be me. Like, we had a whole concept where I was kidnapped. It's a whole long story, but somehow I get away from the villains and I'm like, boom, and I bash one of them in the head and jump into the pool. And then we had an ensemble change in the pool and had this bikini that was inspired by Ursula Andress and her Bond girl Fabulosity. A lot of things happen. There's a jet ski moment. I live for the jet ski scene. I love the hair on the jet ski because I love the swoop. Oh, and at the end, the little brown outfit and the curly hair, and I'm jumping up and down. I had the best time ever making that video.
Heartbreaker, she is wearing a cute crochet bubblegum pink top and a pair of low-rise jeans. That is still one of my favorite looks from her because it's so simple yet cutesy and girly and so 90s.
See, it's the jeans thing. Well, I love this photo. It's what some people would call the iconic jeans with the top cut off, and they were my favorites, and really because they're not squeezing your waist and giving you a roll that one doesn't need. So, you know, it just kind of, I thought it was flattering to the buttocks. But I did do this on the spot that day when we were shooting Heartbreaker. I was just like, and there they went. I think this is a signature Heartbreaker era look for me. And I might add, because there might be a few designers watching, people ripped that off. Like, no pun intended, because the top was ripped off the jeans. But they stole the freaking thing and I didn't make a red cent.
This Mariah was showing us this is just the beginning of who Mariah is, not only as an artist, but as a person. But our girl really started showing out when the 2000s hit. This is my favorite version of her. She was like a fairy princess. One of my all-time favorite Mariah videos is Oh Boy. Every single look in this video is on point. She was feminine and sexy and representing New York as she should, with the graffiti pants, chain, and fuchsia Manolo Timbs, while also adding elements of Asian fashion. The mini skirt set with the pink fur trimming, the studio session where she is wearing that Christian Dior John Galliano jacket. I am obsessed with that entire look. The beaded red rhinestone. I don't know if it was a bikini top, but whatever it was just iconic. Mariah, she is just that girl, period. She was dressing down this era, full girly girl, and I'm here for anything pink, and Mariah wore so much pink and pastels in the 2000s. She also wore her iconic jersey dresses that we still love till this day. Mariah had created her signature style that she stayed true to, but would adjust it to be more modern, when times were changed. However, she was still all about the glitz and the glam.
I dress up a lot, but if I have my way, I'll just wear lingerie and like walk around the house. La Perla, obviously. Agent Provocateur, darling. Darling! Now we're in the lingerie closet. Oh, I'm always looking for a nice little number. Sometimes we choose our favorite sparkly numbers. Sometimes it doesn't matter how expensive it is. You know, it's just like, you know, if you like it and that makes you feel good and makes you feel pretty and however you want to feel, then that's what it is.
Diamonds, furs, and all things that shine. While most changed whenever a new trend would arise, Mariah didn't follow trends. People followed Mariah. The charm bracelets, butterflies, denim jeans, and velour tops with chain belts and pumps became a trend that Mariah had started, while many don't give her the credit that she is due. Mariah helped to shape the 2000s style along with her peers, wearing the top designers like Dolce & Gabbana, Dior, and Versace. Her and her then stylist, Tanjua Twist, I hope I'm saying her name correctly, made the low-rise jeans a trend for the 2000s when they created a DIY frayed pair of jeans for the 1999 Heartbreaker video. Mariah didn't find high-waisted jeans to be flattering, so they came up with the idea to cut and rip them. And soon after, many women would begin rocking the low-rise jeans. So while many may not acknowledge Mariah as a trendsetter and fashion icon that we know she is, she helped to shape one of the most iconic times in fashion, which was the 2000s. Her hyperfeminine style was top tier, and listen, I absolutely loved her glitter era as a child, and I loved the movie Glitter and wore that movie out. And I hate how she was treated during this time. It was like everyone was against her and she was being sabotaged. Glitter is such an underrated album, and she truly deserves an apology from the media and people who treated her as though she was crazy when she was dealing with so much turmoil behind the scenes, especially with the way the media painted her. And although I don't like the way she was treated during this era, I do love her fashion during this time. 2000s Mariah was a rebel, and she had enough of the media putting out lies, and we got the iconic I don't know her,
J-Lo, die kenne ich nicht.
That has become one of her most iconic quotable lines. We also got one of my favorite Mariah albums of all time, which is The Emancipation of Mimi. She re-emerged and showed people Mariah was and will always be that girl. And while they were counting her out after the releases of Glitter and Charm Bracelet and thought there was no way Mariah could ever make a comeback, she did just that with hit after hit, breaking records, soaring high on the charts, solidifying herself as an icon and looking impeccable while doing so, especially with the videos. It's like that.
It's like that, y'all. I like that, y'all.
Mariah may be one of the most legendary singers, but she is a feminine fashion icon and pop culture legend that embodied the girly, diva, glamorous, and full-on superstar persona that was her true nature. When you look up diva, Mariah is that in every sense of the word, while also being a humble beauty. And again, while many may not speak about Mariah's fashion, that is why I created this video, because she is a fashion icon in my eyes. She helped to create a lot of trends that we see the girls wearing now. When you type up 2000s looks, Mariah is someone who was always popping up alongside other fashion icons. She was the it girl and will always be the it girl and one of my faves. And with that being said, this video has come to an end. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite Mariah looks or videos, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure your notification bells are on so that you always know when I upload, and I will catch you guys in the next video.
Touch me and touch me.